Yeah, hi there, and these comments are for Gretelm, and this is Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT. And I'm going over your pretest, your pronunciation pretest in two parts. I just listened to part A, and there are some lessons that you want to focus on right now. I got them written down. You might want to write these down. Lesson number 8, 11, 12, lesson number 16, 19, 23, and also lesson number 24. Those are specific lessons on specific vowels and consonants that you need to work on a little bit more so you can speak more clearly. Alright, so now let's get into part B. I'm actually going to play your response and I will comment as we go.
Degree in history. This is my university degree. It's my educational background. About my work, I have worked as a teacher. Now I'm working at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. It's important for me to...
Okay, so when you're speaking, you want to work on varying your tone more than you're doing. You're speaking in kind of a monotone in English, and you have to work on improving that. As you get into the second part of the pronunciation part of my course, you'll learn more about intonation, but maybe don't worry about it as much now. I'm just giving you feedback that you do have some problems varying your tone. And speak loudly so I can hear you.
Improve my speaking and pronunciation abilities, because it's very common in my job to speak to foreigners.
Alright, so you need to speak in English in your job with foreigners.
And it's usually English, the language more used in that cases, and it's important for me to convey my own ideas.
Good word, convey, instead of communicate or speak. Convey is a little bit higher level vocabulary word.
To understand what the people who I work from need.
Who I work with need, I would say. I would say the people whom I work with, or the people with whom I work. I wouldn't use from there.
Need to do. What I hope to achieve in this course is to improve all my skills in order to get a higher score on TOEFL.
Alright, so you want to improve your language skills, to improve your TOEFL score. Makes a lot of sense.
Yes, it's also a requirement in my job to have that certificate.
Alright, I think we can do this. Now what I want to do now is, I'm going to give you what's called an intelligibility score. So the question is, on a scale of 1 to 7, 7 meaning you're a native speaker, and 1 being you are a beginner speaker of English, or put it another way, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 means it's very difficult to understand you, 7 means it isn't difficult at all. So I'm going to put you in the middle at about 4. So according to my diagnostic pronunciation scale that I use, I'm going to put you at about 4.0 out of 4. So I'm going to put you at intermediate level. So overall you seem to have a pretty good control of how you're putting your sentences together. So you have, I think, the appropriate grammar and the vocabulary to communicate your ideas. But as I pointed out in this video, you definitely need to work on improving certain areas of your intonation and also of your vowel and consonant sounds, right? So as you go through my pronunciation lessons, I encourage you to, Gretelm, read out loud with me as I teach you the information in those pronunciation videos. This is called tracking, and it's a great way to improve your pronunciation. You're going to practice and imitate kind of what I'm saying, right? So you can speak more naturally. Alrighty? Anyway, thank you very much for completing the pretest. So now you know two things. You know specifically what lessons you want to study to improve your pronunciation. Number two, you know what your intelligibility score is right now, 4.0 out of 7. Your goal here is to try to get 5.1 or higher on my intelligibility scale by the time you complete all of my pronunciation lessons. You can do it, all right? Now let me just share one more thing with you. Earlier today at California State University, San Bernardino, I shared a video with my students. And it's a video, you can find this same video, it's in the vocabulary section of my course. I think it's number 8 or 9 lesson. But it's an interview with Teresa, who scored 109 out of 120 on the TOEFL IBT. So if you need some motivation and you need some encouragement, go to vocabulary, find that video, watch that video. It'll give you some good tips on how you can improve not just your speaking, but all areas of your academic English language, right? All right, thank you.